What is going on, everybody? I'm Jordan Johnson here. Welcome to this weekly market analysis. Today is Sunday the 14th. Today we're going to go through the currency pairs that are in my portfolio and then just pairs that people have asked me to analyze. For those of you that do not know, I am a student of Elliott wave analysis, and I practice, I practice wave analysis. That is how I navigate my way in and out of the markets. So you're going to see me referencing a lot of Elliott wave terms during my analysis, just as far as the corrective structures and just what I'm looking for in the market. So it definitely helps if you have a little bit of Elliott wave background. If not, I'm going to try to simple it down as much as I can. But even if you don't know, you should still get a good grasp of exactly what I'm looking for, and it should hopefully give you insight and value. So first off, before we get started into the markets, if you are not already in my $1 Million Visions Telegram group, we're approaching 500 people. I post a lot of my trade setups in here. My real life entries, market insights, little videos throughout the week, just different trades, updates, everything is posted here. I'm the only one that posts in here, so it don't get cluttered with information. I definitely suggest joining the $1 Million Vision Telegram group. It's completely free. A lot of value you will receive. Also, if you don't already, follow me on TradingView. Give it a few seconds to pop up. Jay Johnson, be great. Follow me. I've been on TradingView for probably a few years now. Posted a lot of charts. So I just decided I want to come out and do more, content for YouTube. A lot of people ask me for content, do more videos, so that's what I am going to start doing moving forward. Look for a lot more content on my channel. But let's dive in, you all. First, let's look at gold. Looking at gold on the 4-hour time frame. And also, if you don't know, I am more of a swing trader. Typically hold my trades for anywhere from a day to a week to 2 weeks. Just however long it takes for me to see my objective R for structure to change. So I'm looking at gold, you all. As you all can see, let me zoom out so that you can see we are coming off of a very, bullish trend. So if you don't know, markets never go straight up and down. Markets are always correct. Why I love Elliott wave analysis, because it helps us identify those corrective structures and exactly what price would do in these corrective structures. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at, we already got a wave down, which is the first wave of this corrective structure here. Price has moved up to form what I believe is the start of the B wave. So the start of the B wave is already in place. Price do need to ultimately come back down to complete this corrective structure, this 3-wave corrective structure, what I believe is forming a zigzag as of right now. Once price hit this blue box, I would love to see price continue this bullish uptrend. But what will price do before it hits that blue box? As you can see right here, this is where we are currently at. Let me zoom in for you can see that. This is where we are currently at in price. We had a nice impulse down. Right here. Price is down. I believe price is going to probably give us another little push up to retest this little this corrective structure. I just kind of slightly surpassed it till we're probably somewhere where this trend line is at. And then we're going to come back down, retest this support of where the A leg started. You can see A leg right here. The first part of the B leg already came down and retested. We could not pass it. So we're either going to see price is definitely going to, eventually come back down here, retest this A leg. Then price is really going to do one of, two things. Price is going to come down, retest it, slightly break it, then push all the way back up. You see where this arrow is pointing all the way back up to where this minor A leg of the B wave started, to give us a final C wave to complete what is called a flat correction. And then we're going to get that final push back down to the blue box. Our price is going to do this. Price is just going to say, hey, we already completed that B wave, and we're actually starting the C wave of this final corrective movement. And price is going to just come on down into this blue box and then just go ahead and start pushing up that big trend. So the overall trade that you don't want to miss is the buy setup on gold. But definitely, if you are skilled and you are familiar with these corrective patterns, you could catch this little sell setup on gold. That we definitely should see this week. Probably look for gold to definitely retest the low of this A leg and maybe even push into the C leg. But over the next couple of weeks, we definitely, want to catch this big bullish wave. Next, let's hop over to the dollar index. Look at the dollar index. Dollar index, it's not quite as clear as gold, but you can see we are still on somewhat of a corrective structure. Let's hop back into this daily time frame. So price has been going up. We have been consolidating for quite some time now, since about October of last year. Price really haven't broken out or did anything special, but I am going to look for price to eventually come back up here, retest this blue box. We're forming a flag right now. Let's jump back down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we are at this 38.2 retracement. Looks like it's holding up right now, but I will not be surprised if price push down lower, probably into that 61.8 area before price ultimately go down. For my other Elliott Wave students out there, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it. We already got an ABC that's kind of already set in place. Now let's look at, I believe it's forming a complex correction. Let's see, we got a W, a X, and we're getting a Y here. Let me put this W in the right spot. This is also, let's bring out some Fibonacci extensions to just see. Boom. So price could come down into this area. Price could definitely come down into this area for this buy setup. Also, if you don't know, you all, I love Fibonacci. You're going to see me using retracements, extensions a lot. I'm not one of these guys. You'll see some of these guys I heard that make videos and they analyze, but they won't really show you what they're doing. They'll try to hide a lot of stuff. While I don't have time to really teach on these sessions, I do one-on-one trainings from time to time. But I'm not going to hide nothing I do. You're going to see exactly what I'm doing, how I'm getting these key points, and my thought process behind the trades. But this is kind of where I'm leaning at on dollar right now. We probably will see some type of a push down into this blue box. This 38.2 is kind of shallow. So I don't necessarily think we're just going to get a bullish reaction off the get-go to push back up there. I don't think that. We might go down, come back up, then come back down before we hit, all the way up towards that blue box. The bigger thing is, though, you all, is just realizing that this is a corrective pattern. And once this corrective pattern is over, we are going to, go back up to the downside. So we just don't miss this wave. If you're not skilled, you all would, and if you're not skilled and know how to identify these trade setups properly, just wait till these corrective structures are over so you can hop back in the trend. You know, I'm a trend trader. I love to catch the trends. You gotta be kind of skilled to, trade against the trend. And if you don't know these corrective structures and these patterns that are forming, you can kind of get lost. So if you don't know what you're doing, you all just wait till the pattern is complete. Also, yep, so that's that, you all, with the dollar. Let's jump into oil. Oil is on a huge bullish uptrend. For those of you that don't know, oil correlates with the CAD, with the Canadian dollar. So when oil is getting stronger, the CAD is getting stronger. When oil weakens, the CAD weakens. Little correlation for those of you that do not know that. I got a few trend lines already viewed out here. So remember what I told you all, price never just goes straight up, price never just goes straight down. We have a lot of divergence here, huge bearish divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get, a corrective pattern that come back down, retest the low of this trend line, or even come back down to retest this inner trend line that I have here. I'm not huge at selling in big bearish markets. That's not the type of trader that I am. I don't see a proper trade set up, honestly, for the sale. I'm sure there is one there. Also, we could have already put in this three-wave corrective structure and drop back down to an hour time frame. So this, we already did kind of put in a three-wave corrective structure. Price did, it looks like price did give us a nice bullish impulsive wave right here. To start back to the upside already. Let's get some zones on here, you all. Let's bring out some Fibonacci retracements. There we go. Put some for my harmonic pattern traders. Put some harmonics on here for you. Oops, I don't want to do that. I just want to see if I can just get a triangle. Here we go. Put on a little harmonic on it. It could give us a bullish back. So watch out for this bullish bet as well if you do trade harmonics. I used to be very big in harmonics and the harmonic trade. Actually, I love harmonic. I'm just, I don't trade every harmonic that I see. I do kind of utilize it for entry sometime. But be on the lookout for this. We could already, like I said, we could already have the ABC, the corrective structure in, which is a flat pattern. It's a variation of the flat. We could already have our one wave up, forming a wave two. Yeah. Let's give us a nice kill zone in here. So yeah, just watch this demand area for oil. Just see if this pattern holds up. If it don't hold up, you all, like I said, we could be pushing down a little bit lower. But watch for the buy setup in oil coming this week. So that means watch out for Canadian dollar strength. Let's jump down to dollar yen. Dollar yen is on a huge bullish uptrend. Let's go back down to the 4-hour. Let's see. We are at some strong support. See if we tapped it yet. We haven't quite tapped it. We have some strong support. Supply area up in here. You see, we're already kind of forming some dojis. It's extremely overbought. So with that being said, not calling for a full out reversal, but I am sure we will see, this is we probably will see a good selling opportunity against the dollar. Against dollar yen. Watch for something like that. Watch it to form a three-wave corrective structure. And then for price to eventually go back up. I'm not completely sold that price would do a flat out reversal. That's we don't really have no evidence that it's going to do a flat out reversal. Price is oversold at a strong supply area. Retesting support. We got some dojis in here. Kind of confident to say that we probably will get a three-wave corrective structure, corrective pattern, probably back down into probably this area at least. It's probably right where the 38.2 retracement is. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will probably see some type of a retracement back into this zone. Let's see. Let's get a pip count, you all. Yeah, we're only 15 pips from the high. Yeah, it's not a big enough trade for me, What I would look for, though, I would wait to get some type of a corrective structure for me to get back in the buy side, because we are going to break through those highs. Where is price going to go? I believe we're ultimately going to come back, test some of these levels higher. I believe we do have, price already did make, a corrective structure of this trend. I believe that's what we already have. Let's see, price. It looks like we got a 5-wave movement up. It looks like we already have that off of this low. It looks like price is putting in that 5-wave structure there. So, just looking, kind of thinking out loud, you all. But I do believe, watch out for the corrective structure this week. Look to get long on I am looking to get long on dollar yen. If I get the right buying opportunity, looking to definitely get long dollar yen. I might actually publish this trading idea. Watch for buy setup. Want to drop it back down to dollar Swiss. Let's see. Looking at dollar Swiss on the 4-hour time frame. Real choppy, a lot of choppy movement, you all, on dollar Swiss. No immediate trade setups. First thing, let's apply some Fibonacci. Of course, why not apply Fibonacci? We love Fibonacci, right? Of course we do. One thing I do see, just looking at this chart, I do see a clear 5-wave count. What looks like what is forming. We got actually a deep 4-wave. Something like that. So I can see an Elliott wave count. I noticed that this wave right here is more impulsive. This looks kind of like a big corrective structure. So what does that mean? It means that I will be looking for a break to the downside. We will see what this could be. It also could be, you all, a leading diagonal. to start a way up. Not like I said, I don't see a lot of clear signs, you all. Nothing really clear. This also, I'm looking at this. This could be, price could have already completed a flat correction right here, and this just could be a leading diagonal into, you know, price moving higher. But I am going to be looking for, you know, price to sell. Price is sitting at, you know, the 61.8. Price is sitting at a good supply zone. Okay, sorry about that interruption, you all. My daughter, and those of you that got kids, you do know how that can be. But like I was saying, you all, this three-wave corrective structure could already be finished bigger. We could be forming a leading diagonal. So price is kind of at this supply area right now. For those of you that do know head and shoulders, we could be forming a little head and shoulders here as well. Let me see. That could be what is forming. I'm not. There we go. I don't draw these a lot. Could be a little head and shoulders like that forming, you all. So could look initially. I am looking for price to give us, you know, some type of movement to the downside, whether it's an ABC just for a price to, you know, go long. But starting out, I am looking for some type of a reaction here, then for price to ultimately go back up. But we will see. I don't want to forecast out that far, but just starting out, looking for price to give us some type of a reaction at this level. Let's go to dollar Canada. What am I seeing on dollar Canada? Go back out to the 4-hour time frame. I see a three-wave structure that it looks like it could be completed. What is price forming right now? Usually after three-wave structure, I want to see price impulsively go to the downside to continue with trend. Believe we could be forming a complex corrective structure. There is a lot of demand down here that price just, you know, is having trouble breaking down. You know, so ultimately I believe that, let's see, we got A, B. Price probably is going to come back down into this box, push a little bit lower. But ultimately, you know, I do not believe that, you know, this is the big impulse that is going to break us back down. We probably will see another push up on dollar Canada. But bringing out this week with the Canadian dollar getting strong, I could see price definitely push down lower to break into this demand box to probably even retest this trend line down here. You know, then we'll look for the buy to the upside, you all. Let's see. So on some blue. Let's erase these extensions. Yeah, so let's look for something like that, you all. Price coming back up to retest those highs. Trend line. Could be forming, we definitely could be forming something like that as well. So let's see what price give us. I believe, like I said, I believe we could definitely be forming a complex pullback. And here, once we get up here, price will probably kind of like our gold analysis where there's multiple trading opportunities. Once we come here, it's just called a flat pattern, you all, that I believe that it is forming. So we're going to get a lot of up and down before price probably just move with the trend. Don't love forecasting this far into the future, but just initially I'm going to look for price to come back down to this box, retest this trend line, retest this trend line. Price ultimately is going to come back up, retest these highs, retest this structure. Then what I believe price is ultimately going to form, I already got it, most of it written out. Let me just put it on here. I believe price is ultimately going to form this. Oh, sorry, y'all. Probably ultimately gonna get something like this. Yeah, that's an A. Sorry about that. Oops. Ooh. Okay, that's a B wave up in here. And then for price to come back down here, retest, finish before we ultimately go back up. Let's put a horizontal ray. So this is, these are just multiple variations of what could be going on. You all, like I said, could get complex, but don't let it if you don't know what's going on. Just initially, like I said, watch for price to sell off into this zone here, and then price to push up. This up move is the trade once price do sell off. It's a lot of confluence. We can even bring out some fibs. Boom, check that out. 50 into 61.8 is right here. Move this 38.2. A lot of confluence in this area, you all. So watch for UK to push down lower and wait on this buy setup to the upside. Next, Kiwi dollar. If you've been in the Telegram group, we've been trading Kiwi dollar, since this strong upside movement here. What is Kiwi dollar doing now? It's a lot on the chart. Let me try to remove some of it off. Let's see. Coming into this week, man, Kiwi dollar. Two things to look out for. Either we gotta wait to see if this was a corrective structure to finish to the downside. It doesn't appear to be. Wait, let me pull out a brush. So this is what we're looking for. If we start to get some choppy sideways movement like that, you all see it forming a corrective structure on a smaller time frame, look for a buy setup, and then we'll play that. When we play it, I'll update it in the Telegram group. If we get an initial push to the downside, watch for something like that for price to continue lower. No clear setup right there on Kiwi dollar, but if you are in the Telegram group, you will get updates on it. Aussie dollar, boom, you can see that we got the push we was looking for last week up into this blue box. Now price is at a good structure zone. I want to see what price do. It's not extremely oversold. It's not extremely overbought. So we may, some type of corrective structure, look for price to push higher. We need to wait to see. It's kind of where I'm leaning on with Aussie dollar. I will send more updates to the Telegram on that. Pound dollar, pound dollar is a little different, you all. This is kind of real choppy. This is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Not quite set on it yet. See if we get a break to the downside to, just to see if pound dollar go lower. If we do get, and just wait, you all. If we get a posted break of the trend line, of course, wait on the correction for price to go higher. If we get a posted push to the downside, wait here. Price is going to come back down here to these extensions. then price is going to go up to get back in line with the buy. This is a big corrective structure. It's real choppy. Not looking to get involved in that. Euro dollar, euro dollar, look, we got the buy setup we was looking for on euro dollar last week. We pushed up into the zone. Now euro dollar, I'm going to be looking for euro dollar to probably, we're definitely probably going to get some resistance. We just hit that key area. Let's remove some of this off. See, we probably are going to push lower, but ultimately I'm going to look for euro dollar to go back up to the upside. We have to see that it's to be continued on that. A lot of the dollar pairs, there's no definite on what we're looking for. Look at pound yen. Pound yen is at a good support area. Look at this support area. Pound yen is on. Don't pay attention to the labeling. Delete it. Still got the blue box down there. Let's see what pound yen is going to do, you all. It looks like we're going to get some type of a reaction. Let's bring some extensions. Yeah, look for price. I'm looking for pound yen to give me something like that, give us some type of a corrective structure for price to go back up to the upside to retest these highs, retest this zone. Delete this. Let's put some fibs on here for us. That's what we're looking for. Put the 38.2 back. Boom. See if price can push down into these levels, give us a good trade for us to push higher. Dollar yen, dollar Canada, pound yen last, and now we're on pound Canada. Don't trade a lot of pound Canada. Don't just send immediate setup. We're going to skip it. A lot of these, I don't. Let's go back to pound Swiss. Do like what I see on pound Swiss, you all though. Posted this last week to the group. Kind of last Friday we was actually down here. It's a real good area. Want to see if this area right here holds. We want to see price break out of this trend line, and we're gonna look for price to go higher. I do like that. Euro yen. Look at this beauty, you all. We did have a three-wave corrective structure. Looks like price is heading higher. Only way to get involved now for me and my trade plan, you all, I need to see price, corrective structure, upside buy, euro pound. Been watching it closely. I got involved in euro pound. I've been involved in it since last week. Price is real choppy. Overall, I am going to look for euro pound to eventually come back down to touch this blue box. It's about 150 pips or so. What is this? Not even 150 pips. It's only about an 80 pip range that I believe we're in. 90 pip range that we're in before we eventually get that break to the downside. Which wherever it drops, this is easy 250 plus pips depending on whenever this wave start. But I am looking for this to be done. For price to break down to the downside. I believe we are forming we're forming a flat correction. Let's see. Let's get this out here. So we have an A wave, a B wave, C wave up here. If it goes back up to retest, I could already be in here. But I am looking for euro pound to go to the downside, you all. I think that's all that's really on my radar. Yeah. That's all that's on my radar, you all. I will post trade setups. I will post trade setups through the Telegram group, publish them on TradingView. Be sure you follow me there. If you all gain value from this pre-analysis for the week, invite people to the Telegram, share the video with others. I believe in getting good content out there to the marketplace. There's a lot of bad content out there, you all. When you trade, always practice good trade management, good risk management. I'm going to put up some more videos about that in the future. You'll be surprised that a lot of people don't know how to manage trades once they're in it, or even got a basic concept of risk management. So see you all. I hope you all gained a lot of value, and look out for the updates for this upcoming week, and I hope everybody make good profits.